Good morning. Muhammad, are you hearing me?
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Okay, guys.
Oh,
Good morning, Muhammad.
um,
Today we will complete our revision of the quarter 3 and there is some notes. You must memorize it. Muhammad, are you hearing me?
yeah, yes,
How are you?
thanks. Oh,
Okay. There is some points you must memorize it for your quarter exam. Okay. What is the difference between G0 and G1 and S phase and G2? Okay. Did you know the difference?
you know,
Did you know the difference between G0, G1, S phase, G2? Did you remember?
no,
No? Okay, listen to me. Good morning, Noor. G0 means the cell is at rest. The cell is at rest or cell before the division. Before the division. Okay? G1, G1, the first phase of interphase of the cell cycle. During G1, the cell increase in size and some organelles are making. Again, G1, the first phase of interphase, the first stage of the cell cycle. During G1, the cell increase in the size and some organelles are making. S phase, during S phase, synthesis of DNA or duplication and replication of DNA. And in G1, the nucleus of the cell synthesis 20 amino acids. In G1, nucleus of the cell synthesis 20 amino acids. These 20 amino acids will be used later in S phase in the duplication of DNA. The last step or the last phase of cell cycle, interphase, G2. During G2, some life processes occurs and created and making of most of organelles. Most of organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, liposomes, vacuoles, and so on. So you must memorize and know the difference between G0, G1, G2, and S phase. Okay. In the last session, we finished the first and second question, if I remember. Okay. The third question in the revision sheet, part 1, some definitions. Maybe in your exam you find the statements and you write it's defined. Okay, let's start with the first one. The statement is the process in which one cell divides to form two daughter cells. The process in which one cell divides to form two daughter cells is cell division. The meaning of daughter cells, it refers to the producing cells are identical to each other. The meaning of daughter cells, the daughter cells means the producing cells are identical to each other. Number 2, process in which all of the nuclear DNA is copied. DNA is copied just during DNA duplication or DNA replication, which occurs in the S phase of the interphase. Third one, a repeating series of events that describes the life of a cell.
مستر انا هنا مستر اهو عشان الاتندنس يا مستر.
اوكي يا علي، جود مورنينج.
انا كده اهو يا مستر عشان الاتندنس هو
I
موجود
hear you.
معاك يا مستر.
I hear you.
اوكي يا مستر.
Okay. The cell cycle is a repeating series of events. Next one, phase of the cell cycle that includes G1, S, and G2 phases. The phase or the stage of the cell cycle includes G1, S, and G2 is interphase. Next one, the process by which bacterial cell divide. The question asks about how bacterial cell divides. Bacterial cell is the main or the most example of prokaryotes or single cell. Bacterial cell divides by binary division, as we say that binary division is similar to mitosis but different in some points. For example, there is no stages in binary division, but mitosis includes 4 stages. At the end of binary division, the parent cell disappear, while in mitosis the pre-existing cells or the old cells still as it. Okay, The next one, phase of the cell cycle in which the cell's DNA is coupled. You must differentiate between number 2 and number 6. What's the difference between both of them? In number 2, the question asks about the process, but in number 6 asks about the phase. If the question asks about the phase, it will be S phase. If it asks about the process, it will be DNA replication or duplication. Next one, occurs when the cell cycle is no longer regulated. The meaning of no longer regulated of the cell cycle, we know that cell cycle includes 3 main stages. Each one of them includes some phases. The first stage, interphase, then mitosis, and the last one, cytokinesis. Okay, we have a sequence: the first interphase, the second mitosis, third one cytokinesis. If the second one occurs before the first one, or the third one occurs before second one, in this case we can say that there is no organization of this process. The cell cycle is not regulated or is not organized. When the cell cycle is not regulated or organization, it may be caused some disorder and some tumors if the cells exposure to radiation or chemical toxics, so it may be infected by cancer cells, abnormal cells. So occurs when the cell cycle is no longer regulated is cancer. Next one, phase of the cell cycle in which the cell grows rapidly, very fast, and performs many metabolic processes. This phase or this stage is G1 of interphase. Next one, phase of the cell cycle in which the cell makes final preparations to divide. Final preparations for the divide. Meaning mitosis. So the question asks about the process or the phase before the mitosis process. So the answer will be G2. Next slide. Division of the cytoplasm. When you see division of cytoplasm, it must be cytokinesis. The division of cytoplasm is cytokinesis. Next one, an abnormal mass of cells. Abnormal mass of cells is means tumor. 12. The processes in which the nucleus of the cell divides is mitosis. Mitosis is the division of the nucleus of the cell. Okay, so prokaryotic cells doesn't make mitosis. Why? Because prokaryotic cell doesn't have nucleus, and mitosis occurs to nucleus of the cell. The nucleus is divided. So prokaryotic cells doesn't make mitosis because it doesn't have a nucleus. The next question, fill in the blank with the appropriate term. Okay, it like complete. Number 1, cancer is a disease that occurs when the space is no longer regulated. We say that cancer occurs when the cell cycle or the cell division is not regulated or not organized. Number 2, during space, the nucleus of the cell divides. Nucleus of the cell divides means mitosis process. So you write mitosis. In number 3, space contains of the G1, S and G2 phases. G1, S and G2 includes in interphase process. Next one, number 4, during the space stage phase, the cell's DNA is coupled. The question asks about the phase. Okay, if it asks about process, you write duplication process, but it asks about the phase. So the phase in which the DNA is duplicated or replication or coupled is S phase. Number 5, cell division in bacteria in space occurs by binary division. When you see binary division, it must be bacterial cell. Bacterial cell, the most common example that reproduce or divide by binary division. Number 6, during mitosis, the space are sorted and separated to ensure that each daughter cell receives a complete set. During mitosis, the space are sorted and separated. If you remember the stages of or the phases of mitosis, it will be prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. During these stages of mitosis, the chromosomes are divided and separated into two halves. Each one or each group migrates to each new cells. Okay, so during mitosis, the space are sorted and separated. The answer will be chromosomes. Number 7, during cytokinesis, the space divides. We say that the division of cytoplasm is the meaning of cytokinesis. Cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. Next slide. Number 8. Space in the cell cycle ensure that the cell is ready to processed before it moves on to the next phase of the cell cycle. There is the means of checkpoints. What's the meaning of checkpoints? We have G1, we have S, we have G2, and at the end of each phase of them there is a checkpoint. Maybe checkpoint of G, maybe checkpoint of S, maybe checkpoint of G2. The checkpoint in the cell cycle make sure that the cell is ready to perform the next phase or the next stage. Number 9, after cell division, the new cells are referred to as space cells. After cell division, the parent cell, for example, the parent cell after division produce 2 new cells. The 2 new cells are identical to each other and identical to the parent cell. The 2 identical cells are called daughter cells because they are similar to each other. So, after cell division, the new cells are referred to as daughter cells. Number 10, space refers to the 2 chromosomes separating and moving to opposite ends of the cell. At mitosis division, in anaphase, that after metaphase, during metaphase, the chromosomes are elongated at the cell equator. In anaphase, the chromosomes that hang by spindle fibers is separated into 2 halves. Each group of chromatids migrates to the pole of the cell or the end of the cell. So the answer will be chromosomes segregation. Number 11, in eukaryotic cells, in eukaryotes, the first step in cell division is space and the second step is cytokinesis. Second step is cytokinesis, so the first step will be mitosis. Okay? Next question. True or false? Anyone have questions? Guys? Hey. No questions? Okay. Number 1, a chromatid is made of 2 identical chromosomes. The statement is wrong. Why? Because chromosomes consists of 2 identical chromatids. chromosomes consists of two identical chromatids or two sister or daughter chromatids. Sister or daughter because they are identical to each other. Number two, there may be thousands of genes on a single chromosome. Maybe the chromosomes or the one chromosomes carry 1,000 genes. It's right. And we say that we have from 60 to 80,000 genes in human chromosomes. Number three, prophase is the first phase of mitosis. It is right. The first one prophase, second one metaphase, third one anaphase, and the fourth and last one telophase. Number four, female human cells have 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes. When you see the question at the first time, you will say the statement is wrong. Why? Because there is female and 23 pairs, and you know that females sex cells have just 23, but the question asks about all body cells, all type of chromosomes, all number of chromosomes. Okay, female or male human cells have 23 pairs of chromosomes or 46 chromosomes. 23 pairs or 46 chromosomes. Next one. Number 5. Mitosis occurs in the following order. Mitosis occurs in the following order: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and anaphase. So the sequence of the phases are wrong. So it will be wrong. The right one is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Number 6. The process in which the cell divides is called mitosis. Cell divides or nucleus divide is called mitosis. It's right one. Number 7. During mitosis, DNA exists as chromatin. Number 7 wrong. Why? DNA exists as chromatin during interphase, not during mitosis. Okay? Wait. During mitosis, DNA exists as chromatin is wrong. DNA exists as chromatin and appears in the shape of chromatin in interphase, not mitosis. Interphase, not mitosis. Okay. The time is over. Okay. Okay, guys. We finished now, and we will complete the rest of the sheets in the next session, inshallah. Any questions? Guys, any questions before I ending the meeting? Okay guys, thank you. There is online quiz tomorrow inshallah. Okay, there is online quiz tomorrow. Tell the others. Okay. Okay guys, tomorrow online quiz on the third cycle. Tell the others please. Okay. Goodbye.